Hello. I am having a vision board day. So I sent out an invite if anybody else wants to join. It's Saturday afternoon. So I don't know if we'll get anybody, but I wanted to kind of talk through my process here in case anybody out there was curious on how to start and didn't know what they were doing. So I first learned about vision boards a long time ago when I read the book called The Secret. And The Secret really talks a lot about manifestation and learning how to go after what you want by, visualizing it until it actually comes true. And so I think I'd created one or two back then. I may have done some like as a kid in like Girl Scouts and stuff like that. But it really got me thinking about, just looking at things every day until they become yours. And so as a child, I had manifested things like living in California, which is where I live now. And really, it's like for years, I always said, I'm probably going to get my weight in check in my 30s. I said that for years and years and years and years and years. And so I was basically telling my brain to go ahead and wait until then. Like just wait, because that's what, I've been putting into the universe all along. It's what I've been essentially praying for. And so however you believe, it all just kind of fits and connects, right? So that's a little bit of history there on, just how this was kind of came into my life. And so I've done a number of them. I don't have like boxes and boxes full of, old ones that I can show you, but I've got a few, just little things here and there. And me and my daughter did one last year, and that was really fun. And like this year, I've been saying now for a while that, I'm going to get my 2022 one ready and just hadn't started yet. So in this little group chat that I've got going on, we were talking about it, and I set today as the date, and kind of last minute. Didn't really give a lot of people time to prepare. And so if you are watching this and you're like, how do I start? What do I do? Like, what even is a vision board? Let's talk about that. So vision board is basically like a visual way of looking at your goals. And so this is anything you want. There are no rules with a vision board. I can give you some tips and trips and pointers on what works with a lot of people when it comes to having more success in the way of stuff coming true. I will show you some of my pictures here. Of course, I'm just cutting them out. I printed them on my computer. You can absolutely print them off on picture paper. You can, draw them if you'd rather draw them. If you're more of a writing person, you can write them out. And so whatever mode, medium, whatever works for you, do it. I just didn't have a lot of time. I've been saying this for so long that I was going to do this. So I was just like, screw it. Like I wanted to do it all nice and pretty and perfect. But guess what? Like perfection is sometimes procrastination. And so while I'm still cutting up my last page here, I started a vision board party with some of my Fit for Mom group here, with my workout group. And so that was just with magazines. Magazines work just fine, but sometimes you won't get very specific in what you're looking for. Like when I was going through these magazines, it was like, oh, here's a pretty picture, or here's a nice word that I like. But, I sometimes prefer, I think one word that I cut out was rich, and I prefer wealth rather than rich. And so it's kind of one of those things where, you don't get to choose your own words in a magazine. You just kind of get whatever is in that magazine. And so I'm going to kind of dissect that page that I made with that group and pull the words and things off of that and put it onto this big one. Now I got this big green poster board from, I think, the 99-cent dollar store or something like that. And so it doesn't have to be anything fancy. And you can put it wherever you want in your house. Like if you'd rather people not see it and put it, in your bedroom or somewhere that like for your eyes only, but you definitely want it to be visible. Like don't go hiding it behind a door in a closet in the attic or anything like that. You want to look at it every day and you want to just take time to study it and really, like I say, visualize and look at, how can you get your butt to these dreams and manifestations that you're going after. Almost done here. A couple things that you can look at when getting out your pictures here, or picking out your photos. You want to look at things from a bird's eye view or from the point of view. So you'll see some of my pictures here are going to be as if I'm in it or at it, rather than just like a picture of other people at it or in it. And some things you can't do that with, right? Like some things are going to be easier to do by just taking a picture of the outside rather than being, physically in it. And some things in here too is like, it is another person, and that's fine as well. You just want to make sure that you are picturing you. Okay. And we'll talk about some of the other things that I use also. Okay. So let's look at my pictures real quick, and that'll give you some ideas in case you haven't started yet. So Brad and I were like, what kind of house do we want to have on here? We don't really have like a set dream house yet. So I found one that was beautiful, kind of cabin-y looking, it could be in the city, it could be in the country, it could be anywhere, but I liked that it had a pool. I love the colors, it's super beautiful. So we've got a house right there. And that's as if we live there, like if I wanted a picture of a kitchen, I would do a picture of it inside the kitchen. Like I said, I like the word wealth. And if you look at this picture, it's money growing, which I thought was really important because I feel like money is something that you don't just get super fast. You build it and you grow it. This is a picture of a woman who is a nutrition coach. So she's on Zoom and she's talking about health, which is something that I'm working towards. This is a picture of Hawaii. So we're hoping to go to Hawaii next year, planning on it. There's a picture of Disneyland. We're hoping to go to Disneyland soon. This is just a generic mountain range. We love the mountains, so we want to see as many mountains as we can. I printed a picture of a fit, active woman, and this is not to put any like pressure or standards or anything on my body or who I am, but this is something that I strive towards all the time when it comes to just maintaining what I've worked so hard to get. And along with that, some good healthy fruits and vegetables in a very beautiful way. We've got some debt-free action here. This is a woman jumping up and down saying I'm debt-free. And I am actually categorizing this in like different, I'm going to probably rearrange it just a little bit, but like I'm kind of putting them into piles. This is a family traveling, which I thought was kind of a neat little graphic. And then this is a bunch of touristy destinations all kind of in one photo. So you can see like Paris and New York and all different kinds of stuff. Then I have a picture of somebody standing on stage, and this doesn't really show what kind of stage or what's happening. It kind of looks like maybe a rock show, but I want to be a speaker in front of a microphone on a stage. This is the picture, usually comes with Isagenix Legacy Club, and then there's a picture of a couple right here, and then it will say number 435 millionaires, Sadie and Brad Tolberg. So I'm going to attach a photo of us and write our name underneath there. And so I'm visualizing ourselves as a Legacy Club member in the Millionaire Club. This is an inside of an RV. And so we want to own an RV. We joke about living in one. I don't know if we're going to live in one, but we're definitely going to own one. This is a picture of Emirates first class. And so Emirates is a really, really nice flight airline. And so you can sleep in there. It's almost like a room, like it's super richy posh. I would love to ride that one day. Some of you know I just started a job as an IV nurse. So I put this on here because I really want to get this to be a big thing while we live here and potentially in the future. I want to be an author. I want to write a book. And then visit all 50 states. Okay. So on my other vision board that I had started, I've got a couple of different words here, just different things that I thought were pretty and stuff like that. So I'm probably just going to carefully kind of peel them off or cut them out and put them onto here. So that is what I'm going to be doing here. And then I can show the finished product. So since nobody else is hopping on right now, I will probably stop the recording. And if you want to see the finished product, please follow me. If you're not already following me on Instagram or Facebook, or kind of pretty much on most of the social medias out there. And it seems like I get a lot of people saying I have a love-hate relationship with social media. And it's like, well, I don't think it's really going to go away yet. So you can totally stay out of the path for now. And that's absolutely fine. But I would just say that it's going to be around for a little bit while longer. So I'm going to work on my vision board here, and I hope that you all have a great day. And please tag me, show me yours.